Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rosie and this is my husband Jeremy.
Hello.
So we kind of wanted to do an update video today, just kind of a life update on what we've been doing and the kind of future plans. I'm holding the mic here because obviously usually it's just one person, but anyway. So life update, we're currently in England visiting my family. We've been here for about 5 weeks now and we're here for one more week. I've pretty much spent the whole time decorating. So this is one of the bedrooms. I'm going to give you a bit of a tour and show you around a bedroom, a bathroom and an office that has now become a dressing room. So they're going to be coming very soon. But I just kind of thought I'd give you a bit of an update as to what's going on. So we obviously spent a bit of time in France. We're now in England. The plan is now to fly to France on Saturday, the 30th of October. We're going to spend about 10 days there. And then on the 11th of November, we're flying from Barcelona to Peru.
Yeah, big
which
change.
is kind of crazy, kind of exciting. We were planning on going to Southeast Asia. That was the original plan, but obviously with COVID and everything happening, a lot of those countries kind of closed down. So we decided that we kind of decided recently, right?
Yeah, it seems pretty unreasonable, honestly, to try Asia.
Yeah.
In the sense that countries are still announcing they might open on November 1st, but there's no flight for there anyway.
Yeah.
When Central and South America has been pretty much open the whole time, apart from a few countries. So yeah, we hesitated between Central and South,
Yeah.
and we decided kind of 2 weeks ago, I think,
Yeah.
to focus on South.
It's funny because people kind of ask us like, oh, where are you going to next? And when are you going? Where are you going? And we've just been like, don't know. Like, we just had no idea.
Yeah.
But we kind of sat down and looked at the Central American countries. So Mexico, Panama, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Honduras, is that up there? All these countries, and kind of thought, okay, do we really want to go there or do we really want to go to South America? And it's not really one or the other. Like, I think the initial plan was to start in Mexico and make our way down and kind of do the whole thing. But then realistically, Jeremie's cousin is getting married next summer. Hopefully. This is like the third year running, so hopefully third time lucky. Yeah. Obviously COVID, a lot of weddings have been postponed. So we'll be back next summer anyway. So we've kind of got 9 months. And we were thinking, yes, we could do, 1 month per country and do that. But I think we'd then spend a lot of time and money actually travelling, like on buses and transport and accommodation and things like that.
And it's big. We don't realise how big South America is.
Yeah, it's big.
It's huge.
So rather than doing that, we kind of looked on the map and decided, okay, if we were to go anywhere, where would it be? And then also we looked at flight prices. Honestly, that was also a big deciding factor because you can pretty much spend half the amount depending on which country you go to and also which day and which month and things like that. So we looked on Skyscanner, looked at cheap flights, and the cheapest were Peru, I think Rio de Janeiro, and I think there was one other option. And we thought, you know what, let's just do Peru. Because the thing is, we don't really want to travel like as in backpacking travellers that go, when you're 18 and you kind of go do your gap year and stay in hostels.
We're doing the 30s version of that.
We're doing the like midlife crisis version of like, well, no, but it's
going
not
to bed at 9 p.m.
Yeah, but it's not going to be just like, oh, hey, let's spend 2 days here, like 2 days in a country and then feel like we've done it.
It's going to be slow travel.
Yeah. And so because we want to do slow travel and volunteer and actually get to know the cultures, the people, the customs, the, food, the way of life, all these different things we want to kind of get to know. And actually we enjoy slow travel, staying with locals, and we want to do some volunteering. So one of my future videos, maybe a week or two, is going to be talking about where we're going to be volunteering, who we're working with, how we found it, my first impressions, all of that good stuff is going to come in that video. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't done already, so you can kind of keep up to date with how we're hoping to travel for free, if not cheap, a lot of the time. So yeah, because we want to do longer travel and cheaper travel, cheapest flights were Peru. So we kind of thought, okay, we'll start there. And the plan is to spend 2 weeks in Lima.
That's booked.
Yeah, that's booked already on Airbnb in the area called Miraflores. Did you notice the little flores? I'm trying to do my best Spanish. That's meant to be like the touristy kind of safe area, I think. So we're still being very careful about where we're going and what we're doing. We're not just kind of winging it and, not preparing at all. So
it's also pretty cool area from what's being said online.
Yeah.
But it's pretty close from the ocean.
Yeah.
You can see the sunset from there. Yeah, and it's like 10 minutes away with a taxi from the historical central
Okay.
part of Lima. So it's also like a good location anyway to be, I think.
And so the reason that we've booked in an Airbnb as well, so we looked at volunteering opportunities, found one for the middle of end of November.
Yeah, November 25th.
And so we wanted to book something for that first 2 weeks so that we can kind of have time for jet lag, to kind of get used to the culture and the food and the people and things.
And spend some time together.
Which we haven't done in 6 months. But what was interesting is that our idea of kind of volunteering around the world would be to make it cheap. Well, then we actually looked on Airbnb, and you could basically find an apartment for about $300 a month. And a lot of the volunteering things we are looking at is about $5 per day, which is $10 per day for both of us, which is about $300 a month. So you could either stay in an Airbnb and have all of your free time, or you can volunteer and pay the same amount of money, but you'd get your food included as well. So it's interesting how cheap it is over there and how cheap you can find it. Like, obviously there are more expensive places that are $30, $50 a night, but there are some that are $9, $10, $11.
Yeah, the one we booked for 2 weeks, I think I've paid €153.
Yeah, for 2 weeks. So it's about $300 a month.
So, yeah, maybe cheaper actually, because you get Airbnb gives you a discount when you book for a month. So,
yeah. So I think we're hoping to kind of alternate a little bit so that we do have some time volunteering, because we do want to do that. I think it's nice to stay with people and also experience life, because I feel like when you travel somewhere as just you two, you don't really get to know the locals or the local, the little local places that only people. Yeah, so it's different. So
like in Cuba, for example, it was interesting how even if it was an Airbnb in La Habana, without having Rafa, the owner of the Airbnb, taking us around and telling us stuff and everything, I don't think it would have been really the same.
Yeah.
You stick to the Lonely Planet touristic stuff.
Yeah.
And you kind of miss a little bit of the real feedback, and but also just the conversation and the feedback. When I think, actually staying 24/7 pretty much with locals, like you have some conversation that you don't have just in a cafe.
Yeah.
So, it's a good thing. I think it's the same price pretty much, because whatever we do, I think is it's going to be like time off a bit.
Yeah, so the accommodation is going to cost roughly about $300 a month. Some of the volunteering cost about $300 a month. So, I think we'll probably alternate and do a little bit of both, because we do want to volunteer, even if it be the same price not to volunteer, basically. So that's our plan. So we've booked 2 weeks in Lima.
Well, just to add something about that, for example, you'll see the volunteering that we booked, but without this volunteering, I don't think we would have gone to this place.
Oh, no.
Like, it's not on the Lonely Planet. It's not on any top places you've seen in Peru.
No.
It's really random spot in a forest somewhere. And without the volunteering, we would have never found it.
Yeah.
So it's also good for us, because I think it's going to take us a bit away from the flow of people and everything.
Yeah, and there are volunteering spots in Cusco, in Lima, in the big spots as well. So it's kind of up to you to choose, but we'll talk about that. So we're doing 2 weeks in Lima. We're then doing 3 weeks volunteering, which again I'll talk about in a different video. And then we kind of need to figure out what we're doing after that. But I think our plan is to kind of head south. We fancy going to the place with the lines in the sky. I'm going to pop a picture here if you have no idea what I'm talking about. NASCAR lines or something. We probably fancy Cusco and Sacred Valley.
Yeah, I think this Arbor is going to be sick.
And then the plan at the moment is to kind of maybe work our way through Bolivia and see the salt flats and whatever else there is in Bolivia. I have no idea. And then down through Chile. So we're kind of thinking, this is the other thing I was going to talk about, is, like I said, rather than doing 1 month in each place, we're hoping to spend about 3 months in Peru, 3 months in Bolivia, 3 months in maybe Chile or Argentina, whatever we decide, and do 3 months each, so that we can actually get to know them a little bit more rather than just a month here and there. And that will bring us to next July-ish.
Yeah.
So we'll be back for summer, and then if we still have any money left, we'll be off travelling again, hopefully. That's the plan at the moment. Obviously, it might change.
Yeah.
So, in terms of Spanish, I do want to do a video where I talk in Spanish, because I really want to document how much I know now versus how much I know in a year's time. So I'm not going to talk any Spanish now, but we need to. I mean, you're good. You learnt at high school, so I think you'll remember. Like, you know, we went to Cuba, we went to Panama. I think they spoke Spanish, and like you pick it up pretty quickly.
It's somewhere in my brain.
Yeah, you've
It
learned
just
it
has
before.
to be. I was fluent when I was 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's when I was in high school. I was close to being fluent.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's somewhere in my brain. I just need to dig it out.
Whereas I didn't learn it at school. I learned French and German. I mean, I didn't even learn French and German. I was supposed to have learned French and German. So I never learned it like as a kid. So it's not somewhere buried, you know, behind. But when we were in Panama for 4 weeks, I did some learning then. I went to some Spanish classes. So I have the basics. We are both on Duolingo at the moment, trying to kind of brush up our skills. And I think I'm going to spend more and more time on there every day to kind of learn more. Because I do want to be able to communicate with people. I don't want to just rely on English and be like the British tourists.
Well, and also, from what I've read, a lot of people don't speak English.
Yeah.
So it's going to be...
You're just going to have to.
Yeah, that's the best way anyway.
Yeah.
We're going to have to. I think most of Airbnb and the volunteering people, you have like one person speaking English because they are doing the communication side of it. But I've got a feeling the 75% of the people we're going to meet are not going to speak much English. The local, at least. So that's how I learn English.
Yeah.
I don't have a choice. Deal with it.
I also don't want to have to rely on you too. I mean, I will for a lot of it because you speak way more Spanish than I do. But I also want to know enough that I can like, hi, good morning, how are you? Thank you so much. Please, can I have this? I would like that. Where is this? You know, kind of have basic conversations. So, yeah, I'm going to do a Spanish video and let you know how much I know. So again, stay tuned, subscribe if you're not already. And there was one more thing I was going to mention. Oh, the podcast. So we're still going to be doing the podcast. We've been doing it now since February 2020, so almost 2 years. It's going great. We're loving it, aren't we?
Episode 90, I think we recorded yesterday.
Something around there.
So
I still get nervous every single
weeks.
Yeah. I still get nervous every single episode. I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to do this, and then I love it. But we're hoping that when we go traveling, we'll meet interesting people like nomads, digital nomads traveling, maybe some people that live there that speak English that we can talk to, and hope to find some fun stories. And
I'd love to. I thought about it last night.
Oh god, okay.
No, it'd be cool to at least record one episode everywhere we stay.
Yeah.
I think with the volunteering, we'll be able to, because if there is a volunteering opportunity, there is a story behind that you can dig into. So I think that'll be easy if they want to, obviously.
Yeah.
But even like Airbnb, because the room we booked in Lima is in someone's apartment.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a guy, I think a couple, I don't know. And yeah, so might be something that could end up in... I think I'm going to try to ask everyone if they're willing to do it. It'd be just a nice bunch of really random people that, we didn't even pick or anything. Like people from any kind of background or it'd be quite cool,
Different
I think.
stories.
Yeah.
So that's going to continue. YouTube's obviously going to continue. I've taken a week off. I'm going to do a video talking about why I took a week off Instagram and YouTube. But I've taken a week off. I'm back. Hi. But yeah, I'm hoping to do travel videos, like travel vlogs. I'm hoping to do things like where to eat in Lima, what to do in Lima, what to wear in Lima, all these kind of videos, but then also vlogs and home tours of where we're staying. So if we're staying in this apartment, maybe do like an apartment tour of, this $9 Airbnb in Lima and what you can get in different parts of South America when we travel.
The volunteering as well.
Volunteering, I'll be vlogging. So there's going to be lots of travel content coming. I've got a couple more videos I want to film here before we leave, just because I kind of want to document them and get them done. But yeah, I'm super excited. Are you?
Yeah. I think just to carry on the content creation is going to be challenging also, I think.
Why?
Well, in terms of, one of the volunteering experience we booked, we're kind of going to be disconnected for 3 weeks. So that's going to be some work for us. You guys don't see that, but we're going to have to
pre-record.
Yeah, record enough video for all the time we're going to be offline, and YouTube and podcasts. And I don't really know, but I can't expect internet to be as fast as we have it here or in Miami. So uploading,
it might take like a day to
uploading the YouTube is going to take a while. So you can't do the video literally like 3 hours before. And it's a lot of organization and things, I think we're going to be like, whoops, we didn't think about that.
That's also a good reason why we're going to probably do volunteering not. So we have time to like upload videos. Because like if we go away for 3 weeks, I'm obviously going to vlog it. And I was hoping to do vlogs like 2 or 3 times a week to really keep it regular. But if I do that and I can't upload for 3 weeks, I'm then just going to be behind for the whole trip. So I don't know if the whole...
Being offline for 3 weeks, that's 9 videos you need to have in a backlog and getting ready and everything. That's a lot of work.
But then also when I start posting those ones, I'll be, 3 weeks. So I don't know. So maybe the content will be 3 weeks late. Maybe I'll just have weeks where I'm missing out because, we're too busy traveling and enjoying life. So I'm going to try my best at 3 videos a week. If it doesn't happen, it's because we don't have internet pretty much because I'm going to have lots of content. So,
yeah.
And the last thing to mention is Jeremie's bought a camera.
Oh, yeah.
So Jeremie has not been into photography at all for the 10 years I've known him. I bought a drone 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And I was going to use it for my photography. I was thinking it'd be cool to get pictures of people on the beach in Miami from like my portrait photography.
She bought a drone. I got a drone.
Yeah, I bought it. I crashed it a couple of times and got scared and decided it's too much for me. So now Jeremie flies it, which is good because actually I still have some creativity. So I can say like, oh, can you get this angle or that shot? And then you do it. And then you also get your own shots as well.
And you edit 80% of the photographs.
I help him edit as well. So I still have like a big input. It's just that Jeremie's the one flying it. So he's never really been interested in photography until we got the drone and he's loved it. Make sure you follow him on Instagram. I'll leave it linked below. He gets amazing drone pictures. And I obviously have my camera. And whenever I want Jeremie to take pictures, it's always like, Jeremie, can take a picture. Oh, God, don't take a picture. Like, you hate it. But I think recently you've kind of been getting into it with your phone, with like the wide angle. And you've just kind of realised that if you bought a cheap-ish camera, not cheap, we were looking at different options, weren't we?
The main thing was like about liking photos. I don't like to take pictures of people.
Yeah, you like landscapes and things. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I like to take pictures just for memory's sake of where I've been and stuff like that. And as much as I love the drone, I know that I won't be able to fly the drone everywhere. I don't have any cool pictures from Cuba.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't fly the drone there.
We just had our phones, didn't we?
So, yeah. So, I think flying the drone, I'll do it as much as I can, but I know it's limited. So, it's just I would like to have something else to just capture memories somewhere else where I can't fly. And the phone, as good as it is, it's fine most of the time. But yeah, you can't really zoom in, you can't... you have some limitations.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted something cheap because I'm not into photography. I can't spend anything in K.
Like one of my lenses is about $1,000.
Yeah, I know photography is such an expensive hobby.
Yeah.
And I'm not passionate enough to spend hundreds and hundreds. So I wanted to get something else for as little as possible. I'm pretty happy with the deal I got.
So we looked at different options. We were thinking about the G7X, which I think is more of a vlogging camera rather than actually a photography camera. You don't really want a DSLR because they're quite big.
Yeah.
So we decided, so I have the Sony a6600. I'll leave the video linked up here where I unbox it. And then I also bought the Tamron 17-70 and the Tamron 70-180. So I have from 17 to 180, which is pretty huge. I have been looking at getting a lens that's wider. Decided not going to do that because it's about £500. Well, actually, it's more than that. It's actually $650 now because those ones sold out because they were cheaper than they're supposed to be. Anyway, that's too expensive. So I've got 17 to 180. And I said to Jeremie, you may as well buy a cheaper Sony and then you can use my lenses. So we went for the Sony a6000. So it's like the first version of this kind of A6
2014.
range.
It's 7 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
So we went for that so that he'll have the 16 to 50 lens. It's like the kit lens that comes with it. I think it's 3.5 to 5.6 aperture. Means nothing to you, does it?
Yeah,
oh, you understand that? Okay, good.
I've watched I don't know how many YouTube videos.
Oh, yeah. So it's just kind of a basic kit
I
lens.
paid like $300 from it.
Yeah, which I think is good because it'll be a camera you can kind of throw in your bag. You're not too bothered, but at the same time, if you want to get a zoomed in shot, you can take my lens and get that. If you want to get a really good macro, like aperture shot, you can use my lenses. But then you still just got your throw around camera that.
Yeah.
So that's going to be exciting.
Yeah,
Jeremie's
I don't care about getting the leaf blurry. Like I'm not into all those details and stuff like that.
You say that, but I think you will. I'm excited for Jeremie to get into it a bit more and like spend more time looking at compositions and editing you're getting good at with your drone photography. You kind of understand editing and all the different Lightroom things.
To make the sky fakely pink.
Yeah.
Orange.
He's good at Lightroom now, talking well. So it'll be interesting to see how, like, once you start to learn more about photography rather than drone photography, plus your editing, I think you'll enjoy it. And I'm excited to get into that with you. And it also means we'll have a second camera for any videoing, so that we can get, like, any unboxing. I mean, I'm not going to be doing unboxings when I'm traveling probably, but different video content, different angles, or videos of me while I'm doing something, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the big life update. So going to Cuba, going to Peru in about
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
So yeah, excited. If you have any questions about what we've talked about, if I haven't answered them properly or nothing makes sense, let me know in the comment section down below. We can have a good conversation.
I think we should, if you want to, do like a monthly video of how much we spend, like in total transparency.
I would actually like to do like financing. I didn't know if you'd want to. Yeah.
It'd be interesting because, like, honestly, like, something went wrong and the budget is cut by more than half.
Yeah.
Compared to what was planned 6 months ago. So we're on a budget, really, to make it to last
9 months.
No, I don't want to come back and be stuck. So
Yeah.
I'm planning until December 2022.
Yeah.
So even if we're planning to make money, but right now the stash of money that we had has been dramatically cut off. And yeah, so we are going to have to be way more careful. So that's why, I mean, cheap places, traveling slowly helps because transportation is one of the most expensive thing. So yeah, going slowly will.
And also dinners out and shopping
Yeah.
and souvenirs and tours and things like this. Like, you know, if it's on your honeymoon, you're like, okay, let's go scuba diving for 3 weeks and like let's do like the, really expensive. Yeah, it was just like we're just gonna have fun. Whereas this time it's gonna be like, well, that costs $200, which is pretty much a month's accommodation. So do we rather do this one experience for a day or have accommodation for 3 weeks?
Another month of traveling.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see, and that's another reason why I'm not buying that lens, because it's £500, which is about $600, which is about 2 months rent. It's like 2 months rent on a lens. Like, is it really worth it? Yes.
So yeah, I think definitely not. So no, but I think it'll be interesting to share that because as someone who likes to travel, I think a lot of people search also for video about how much it costs to spend a month in Peru, you know, on a budget. So I think it's valuable content and
right,
can
will
help.
you keep a spreadsheet?
I'll do anyway. So that's what I mean. It'll be easy to do.
Okay.
It's going to be there anyway. So.
Okay, so we'll do monthly check-ins then. So we're leaving on the 11th of November. So I guess we'll do one beginning of December about the month of November, and we'll talk about how much we're spending on food, accommodation, activities, anything else that happens. Yeah. Good idea. You have to hold me accountable for that, so I remember.
That's fine.
So yeah, that's the update, I think. Yeah, I'm going to film a couple more videos while we're still in England, just so I have some content backed up. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping at some point I'll get back on Instagram. I'm actually now at the point where I'm enjoying not being on Instagram. So maybe I'll go back, maybe I won't. I guess I will, I don't know.
I'll have to.
Yeah, but anyway, I'll be obviously tracking all of my travels and everything going on here on this YouTube channel, so make sure you subscribe, and we will see you very soon.
In Peru.
In Peru. Well, we'll see before then.
You won't see me until Peru, probably.
Anyway, thank you for watching and have a good day. Bye.
Bye.